Okay, here's a continuation of the story. The scene. Dust motes danced in the single shaft of sunlight, piercing the gloom of Miss Stella's attic. Beast Boy, Cyborg, and Raven were halfway through a mountain of forgotten treasures when a deafening crash echoed through the house. Did something just explode? Cyborg stammered, his metallic eyes wide. Raven, ever stoic, merely frowned. Something is amiss. Before Miss Stella could even utter a word, the three young heroes were already bounding down the stairs, a whirlwind of fur, metal, and shadows. Miss Stella, though initially startled, knew better than to try and stop them. These weren't children anymore. They were heroes. "Be careful, you three," she called after them, her voice a worried tremor. "I'll wait here for your return." Bursting out of the house, the trio scanned the surroundings. The source of the commotion was clear. A dilapidated warehouse on the edge of town, smoke curling lazily from its shattered windows. As they approached, a chilling figure emerged from the swirling smoke. Elsa, their nemesis, stood tall and menacing, a cruel smirk playing on her lips. Beside her, three figures materialized. Bloom, her fiery hair ablaze, Scott, crackling with electricity, and Todd, his eyes glowing in eerie red. "Long time no see, heroes," Elsa hissed, her voice laced with venom. "Looks like someone's finally decided to make a reappearance." Cyborg flexed his metallic fist. "Elsa, you're not gonna get away with this." "Oh, but I intend to," Elsa retorted. "And this time I have some backup." The battle lines were drawn. Beast Boy, agile as ever, transformed into a hawk, circling above the fray. Cyborg, a fortress of steel, prepared to unleash his sonic cannons. Raven, eyes glowing with mystical energy, readied her soul self for combat. The warehouse became a whirlwind of color and chaos. Bloom's fireballs rained down, while Scott's lightning bolts crackled and arsed. Todd, eyes blazing, unleashed a torrent of heat vision, scorching the ground. Beast Boy, nimble in the air, dodged the attacks, while Cyborg erected a force field to shield himself and Raven. Raven, meanwhile, summoned a shadowy construct, a fearsome guardian against their foes. The battle raged, a symphony of destruction. But Elsa, with her years of experience and the added power of her allies, proved to be a formidable opponent. The fate of the town, and perhaps even the world, hung in the balance. To be continued. This is just the beginning of the story. What happens next? Do the heroes prevail? How will they defeat Elsa and her powerful allies? The adventure continues.
Okay, I'm gonna put this guy Raven calls Starfire and no Superboy for help. There we go, guys. I know I be typing fast.
Raven, her voice a low growl, activated her communicator. "Starfire, Superboy, we require immediate assistance." A moment of static, then Starfire's cheerful voice rang through. "Raven, what is it? Is everything all right?" "No, Starfire. Elsa has returned. Stronger than before. She has allies, Bloom, Scott, and Todd. They are powerful." Superboy's gruff voice cut in. "Where are you?" "An abandoned warehouse on the outskirts of town. We are outnumbered and outmatched." "We're on our way," Starfire said, her voice firm. "Do not worry, Raven. We will not let Elsa prevail." Raven watched the smoke billowing from the warehouse, the flames of battle reflected in her dark eyes. "Hurry." With that, she severed the connection, focusing her energy on the fight at hand. She knew her friends would come, but until they arrived, she had to hold the line. The battle raged on.
Okay. Even the odds.
A burst of starlight erupted from the sky, followed by a sonic boom as Superboy landed heavily in front of the warehouse. Starfire, a vision of fiery energy, descended gracefully beside him. "Raven," she exclaimed, her voice ringing with concern. "Are you all right?" Raven nodded, her eyes fixed on Elsa and her allies. "We need to focus. They are powerful." Superboy, ever the pragmatist, assessed the situation. 2 against 4 is still a disadvantage. We need to outmaneuver them. Starfire, ever the optimist, grinned. "Leave it to us, Raven. We shall make this a spectacle they will not soon forget." With that, the tide of battle began to turn. Starfire, a whirlwind of starlight and solar energy, launched herself at Bloom, her blasts of stellar energy countering the fiery woman's attacks. Superboy, a blur of motion, engaged Scott, his super strength a match for the lightning-wielding villain. This allowed Beast Boy and Cyborg to focus their efforts on Todd, while while Raven, her powers amplified by the arrival of her friends, unleashed a barrage of mystical energy at Elsa. The warehouse became a cacophony of sound and fury. Explosions rocked the building, debris rained down, and the air crackled with energy. But slowly, surely, the Titans were gaining the upper hand. Elsa, sensing the shift in momentum, snarled, "This isn't over. You haven't seen the last of me." With a defiant cry, she unleashed a wave of dark energy, forcing the Titans to retreat. As Elsa and her allies vanished into the swirling smoke, the Titans regrouped, exhausted but victorious. "We held them off," Starfire said, panting slightly. "But Elsa will be back." Raven nodded grimly. "We must be prepared." Superboy, ever the realist, added, "We need to find out what Elsa is up to, and we need to figure out how to stop her for good. The battle may have been won, but the war was far from over. The Titans knew that Elsa, driven by her insatiable thirst for power, would not rest until she had achieved her ultimate goal. And they, the Titans, would be there to stop her. The fate of the world, once again, rested on their shoulders.
Tell me more. I don't know. What, you're going to say the same thing, or? Okay. I always trusted Gemini like that. I do. He's pretty cool. He's not too bad.
The Titans, battered but unbowed, returned to the tower. Miss Stella, upon seeing the state of the warehouse and the exhausted faces of the heroes, rushed towards them with concern. "Are you all right? What happened?" Raven, her voice weary, recounted the events of the battle, leaving out no detail. Miss Stella listened intently, her eyes wide with worry. "Elsa, and those others. They're a dangerous threat," she murmured. "We need to find out what they're planning." Cyborg, still surveying the damage to his armor, agreed. "We need to investigate, find out where they're getting their power, who's funding them." Superboy, ever the pragmatist, suggested, "We need to split up. Cyborg, you investigate Elsa's past, see if you can find any weaknesses, any patterns in her attacks." "I'm on it," Cyborg replied, already accessing his vast database. "Starfire and I will try to find out more about her allies," Superboy continued. "Bloom, Scott, Todd, who are they? Where did they come from? I will use my empathic abilities to search for any lingering traces of their emotions, any clues hidden within their residual energies," Raven offered. "I will assist you, Raven," Starfire declared. "Together, we shall unravel this mystery." Beast Boy, ever the optimist, chimed in. "Don't worry, guys. We'll stop them. We always do." Miss Stella, watching the Titans, felt a surge of pride. These were not just children anymore. They were true heroes, dedicated to protecting the innocent. She knew they would overcome this challenge, just as they had overcome so many others. The investigation began. Cyborg delved into the depths of the internet, searching for any information on Elsa's past, her associates, her every move. Starfire and Superboy, using their combined abilities, tracked the energy signatures of Bloom, Scott, and Todd, hoping to find a trail, a lead, anything that could help them locate the villains. Raven, eyes closed, meditated, her mind reaching out, searching for the faint echoes of their emotions, their intentions. The search was arduous, filled with dead ends and frustrating setbacks. But the Titans, fueled by their determination and their unwavering belief in justice, continued to press on. They would not rest until they had uncovered Elsa's secrets, until they had brought her and her allies to justice. The fate of the world, once again, rested on their shoulders, and they would not fail. To be continued. What will the Titans discover in their investigation? Will they be able to stop Elsa before it's too late? What new challenges and dangers await them? The adventure continues.
All right, Gemini. Okay, a giant pig was attacking New York. Black Widow and Vision. Hope you know what I'm talking about when I say Vision. I hope they know what I'm talking about. I hope they do know what I'm talking about, guys, when I say Vision. Because when I say Vision, I mean Vision from Marvel Comics. I got Black Widow, Thor, and Iron Man, Ant-Man, the Hawk, and Vision, and Falcon. I'm going to say Hawkeye, too. We can put him in there. And we missed somebody? I can put Scarlet Witch in there, too. At some point, she was an Avenger at some point. And I mean, I put Captain America in there. No, I thought you knew what I'm talking about. Okay, spring into action. I'm like, what am I gonna do? Action. So Gemini can tell you good stories, yeah. So you gotta type it in the best you can, so that way he knows to tell the story. If you like, don't type it the best in, like type the word that's your story the best. He be like confused and stuff like that. He won't understand what you're saying. Let's get to this. I'm talking too much.
The chaos erupted amidst the serene Manhattan skyline. A colossal pig, its eyes burning with an unnatural crimson, wreaked havoc upon the city. Cars were tossed aside like toys, buildings crumbled under its monstrous hooves, and terrified screams echoed through the streets. Black Widow, agile and lethal, launched herself at the beast, her electric batons crackling with energy. But the pig, impervious to her strikes, swatted her aside like an annoying insect. Thor, god of thunder, roared, summoning Mjolnir, but the hammer bounced harmlessly off the creature's thick hide. Iron Man, a whirlwind of repulsor blasts, rained fire upon the beast, but the attacks merely tickled the colossal creature. The pig, enraged, let out a deafening squeal that shattered windows across the city. Then, reinforcements arrived. Ant-Man, a blur of motion, swarmed the pig, attempting to disrupt its systems from within. The Hulk, a raging green behemoth, slammed into the creature with earth-shattering force, but the pig barely flinched. Vision, his form shimmering with ethereal light, unleashed a barrage of energy beams, but they were absorbed by the pig's monstrous form. Falcon, soaring through the air, launched a volley of explosive discs, but they proved ineffective against the creature's thick hide. Hawkeye, with uncanny accuracy, loosed a barrage of arrows, but the pig swatted them aside with disdain. Scarlet Witch, her powers amplified by her grief and rage, unleashed a wave of chaos magic, but the pig, for some inexplicable reason, seemed immune to its effects.
Wow.
Finally, Captain America, shield gleaming in the sunlight, charged the beast, a determined look in his eyes. He leaped, shield raised, aiming for the pig's vulnerable eye. But the creature, anticipating his move, swung its massive head, sending the captain flying through the air. The Avengers, battered and bruised, regrouped, staring in disbelief at their seemingly invincible foe. This was no ordinary animal. This was something else. To be continued. What is this monstrous pig? Where did it come from? And how can the Avengers possibly defeat it? The fate of New York, and perhaps the world, hangs in the balance.
Go on. Tell me more. I don't care if I type wrong. You should know what I'm talking about at this point.
The Avengers, battered and bruised, regrouped, staring in disbelief at their seemingly invincible foe. This was no ordinary animal. This was something else. Iron Man, his armor dented and sputtering, landed heavily beside Captain America. "What in the blazes was that thing?" he exclaimed. "I've never seen anything like it," Captain America admitted, wiping blood from his lip. "Its strength, its resilience, it's unnatural." Black Widow, dusting herself off, added, "It's almost like it's enhanced." Hulk, growling in frustration, smashed his fist into the ground, creating a small tremor. "That pig, it ain't no ordinary pig." Suddenly, a voice cut through the chaos. "Perhaps not," said a calm, collected voice. The Avengers turned to see Doctor Strange, his hands clasped in front of him, surveying the scene with a thoughtful expression. "That creature," he continued, "emits a strange energy signature, one I've never encountered before." "What does it mean?" asked Thor, his voice heavy with concern. "It suggests a magical origin," Doctor Strange replied. "Perhaps even a dark one." "Magic?" Iron Man scoffed. "In this day and age?" "Iron Man," Doctor Strange said patiently, "the universe is a vast and wondrous place. There are forces at work that you and I barely comprehend." He raised a hand, and a shimmering portal opened before them. "Come, we must return to the Sanctum Sanctorum. I will delve deeper into this anomaly. Perhaps I can find a way to counter its magic." The Avengers, weary but determined, followed Doctor Strange through the portal, leaving behind the wreckage of their failed assault. The city of New York once again was under threat, and only the combined might of the Avengers and the mystical arts of Doctor Strange stood between it and utter destruction. The battle against the monstrous pig had just begun. To be continued. What secrets will Doctor Strange uncover about the pig? Will the Avengers find a way to defeat this seemingly invincible creature? And what other dangers lurk in the shadows, waiting to unleash chaos upon the world? The fate of humanity hangs in the balance.
Okay. Sure.
I'm sorry.
That is not how you spell focus. The pig.
The Avengers, led by Captain America, assembled in the Sanctum Sanctorum, the air thick with tension. Doctor Strange, his eyes gleaming with arcane energy, addressed them. The creature, he began, is imbued with a potent form of dark magic, a corruption of the natural order. To defeat it, we must counter that magic with our own. He turned to Scarlet Witch, his gaze intense. Scarlet, your powers, though chaotic, are inherently magical. I believe you are the key to breaking this creature's defenses. Scarlet Witch, her face pale, nodded slowly. I will try, Doctor Strange, but I cannot guarantee anything. Doctor Strange placed a hand on her shoulder, his voice soothing. I understand. This will require a delicate touch, a balance of power and restraint. I will guide you. He turned to the rest of the Avengers. While Scarlet and I address the magical component, you must find a way to weaken the creature physically. Distract it, tire it, anything to give us an opening. Captain America nodded. Understood. We will keep it occupied. But be careful, Scarlet. Scarlet Witch, feeling a surge of power and dread, focused her mind on the task at hand. She would help. She would find a way to counter the dark magic, even if it meant pushing her powers to their very limits.
Whoa.
The Avengers, a battle-hardened team, devised a plan. Iron Man would create a diversion, bombarding the pig with a barrage of energy blasts, while Thor would unleash a storm of lightning, further weakening the creature. Hulk, a raging whirlwind of green fury, would engage the beast in hand-to-hand combat, attempting to tire it out. Black Widow, agile and lethal, would provide support, using her skills to disrupt the creature's attacks and create openings for her teammates. Hawkeye, with his uncanny aim, would provide cover fire, raining arrows down upon the monstrous pig. And so, the battle resumed. The city of New York became a canvas of chaos, a symphony of explosions, thunderclaps, and roars. The pig, enraged by the relentless assault, retaliated with fury, its every move a threat to the city and its inhabitants. Meanwhile, within the Sanctum Sanctorum, Doctor Strange and Scarlet Witch worked in tandem. Doctor Strange, chanting ancient incantations, weaved a shield of protective magic around Scarlet Witch, shielding her from the backlash of her own power. Scarlet Witch, her eyes glowing with a haunting intensity, reached out with her mind, probing the dark magic that infused the creature. She felt a surge of raw power, a malevolent energy that twisted and contorted, threatening to consume her. But Scarlet Witch was strong. She was resilient. She pushed back against the darkness, her own magic a beacon of light in the face of the encroaching gloom. The battle raged on. The fate of New York, and perhaps the world, hung in the balance. To be continued. Will Scarlet Witch be able to counter the dark magic? Can the Avengers weaken the creature enough for them to succeed? Or will the city succumb to the monstrous pig and its dark magic? The climax of the battle is approaching.
I'm back, yo. Tell me more, bro. Come on. Okay, bro, let's get into the action. You say, bro, back to me? Bruh. Jenna, you know your slang? Alright, bro.
Okay, bro, let's get back to the action. Inside the Sanctum Sanctorum, Scarlet Witch, her brow furrowed in concentration, pushed deeper into the heart of the dark magic. It was like navigating a treacherous labyrinth. Every corner a new challenge, every twist a potential for disaster. The dark magic, a malevolent entity in itself, fought back, lashing out at her with waves of disorienting energy. Scarlet Witch stumbled, her vision blurring, but Doctor Strange, ever vigilant, steadied her with a gentle touch. Hold on, Scarlet, he urged, his voice calm and reassuring. You are stronger than this. Drawing upon her reserves of willpower, Scarlet Witch pushed back against the darkness. She visualized the dark magic as a venomous snake, coiling around her, threatening to constrict her. With a surge of her power, she unleashed a torrent of chaos magic, forcing the snake to recoil. The creature outside roared in pain, its movements becoming sluggish. The Avengers, sensing the shift in the creature's energy, pressed their attack with renewed vigor. Iron Man unleashed a volley of repulsor blasts, creating a blinding inferno. Thor, his hammer crackling with lightning, unleashed a devastating blow, sending the creature reeling. Hulk, with a roar that shook the very foundations of the city, landed a series of earth-shattering punches, staggering the beast. The pig, weakened and disoriented, stumbled back, its crimson eyes flickering with fear. Seizing the opportunity, Captain America, with a cry of, "Avengers Assemble!" led the charge. They swarmed the creature, a whirlwind of steel, lightning, and raw fury. Finally, with a synchronized effort, the Avengers delivered a devastating blow. Iron Man unleashed a concentrated blast of energy. Thor hammered the creature with Mjolnir, and Hulk, with a mighty heave, sent the beast crashing to the ground. The creature let out one final guttural roar before collapsing, its massive form shuddering violently. Dust settled, revealing the defeated beast, its once menacing form now still and lifeless. A wave of relief washed over the Avengers. They had done it. They had defeated the monstrous pig. Inside the Sanctum Sanctorum, Scarlet Witch, exhausted but triumphant, slumped against Doctor Strange. We did it," she whispered. Doctor Strange smiled, his eyes filled with pride. "You did it, Scarlet. Your courage and strength were truly remarkable." The city of New York, battered but unbroken, began the long process of recovery. The Avengers, weary but victorious, returned to the tower, knowing that they had once again saved the world from the brink of destruction. The threat of the monstrous pig was over, but the Avengers knew that there were still many dangers lurking in the shadows. They would remain vigilant, ever ready to defend the innocent from the forces of darkness. The battle may have ended, but the war against evil was far from over. The end, for now. What do you think, bro? Was that a satisfying ending? I can make up another story if you'd like. Maybe the Avengers encounter a new threat. Or maybe they have to deal with the aftermath of this battle. Let me know what you think.
Gemini saying bro is crazy, y'all. Him saying bro back at me is crazy. And let me just draw. Good job for him. Oh. Good job, Gemini. Good job. Bye, guys.